Hey there guys, Headphones Neil here, back with another review of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So this is going to be part of the Dantooine level. So I've already accomplished some of the basic tasks. So I've gotten my lightsaber, gotten my force powers. I've talked to or resolved some of the side quests. So all that's left really here is to resolve the issue between the Sandral and Matale families and investigate the ruins. So as it turns out, or I guess this one lady who lost her droid is still an active quest. So I'm gonna skip playing Pazak for now. I'm gonna see if I can find that lady. Let's see. Oh, there she is. So I'm gonna see if I can, as being a dark side user, I'm gonna see if I can resolve her losing the droid and having being too attached to it. So if I can get rid of that, I'll take care of that. So let's see if that resolved that. So okay, so we're good there. So basically the two main quests left for Dantooine at the moment that I remember are resolving the dispute between the Sandral and Matale families, and let's see, well, I guess I'll have to finish this conversation then. So okay, well, that solves that. So I took care of the Juhani storyline as well as being the dark side user. I think I got some dark side points for feeding into her dark side powers, showing her that her dark side powers were no match for mine. So there's that. So I'm currently actually using her two lightsabers as dual wielding blades. For the Sandral and Matale feuds, I'm using, in the rest of this level, I'm using Bastila and Canderous Order as my companions. Bastila because she's another Force user and she has the Force heal abilities, and then I'm using Canderous just because his health powers are that much, or his health seems to last a little bit longer than Kart's health. So and I guess just because he's a Mandalorian, he feels like his powers or his abilities last a little bit longer, I guess. So I'm gonna make my way to the Sandal grounds. I don't actually remember how the story goes as far as who to talk to first. I do remember something about some kidnapping or some love affair between the children of the two families. So that's kind of where I'm starting with that. Okay, so that was easy enough. So you can't actually enter the grounds until you've been given the task of resolving the dispute, which doesn't happen until you finish most of the other quests and you become a Force user. So it looks like it was more than a family dispute. So let's see what items I received so I can get into the Sandral estate now. So let's see if I can poke around here a little bit. If not, then okay, so I can't go here, so I'm gonna have to go to the other estate and see if I can't figure out what's going on. So let's see. Okay, path north. So I'm going to have to poke around a little bit, I think. So now it's just a matter of getting to the other estate compound, which, which of course, memory does not serve, because I remember it's a lot of levels to a lot of different things to get through in order to get to each other's compound. So for me, it's really just a matter of playing it by ear to get from one place to another. So while I'm at it, figure I'll take care of all these Carthounds. I think I've already really resolved all of that, so I don't have to worry about clearing that. But in any case, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit too prepared. So I'm gonna stay as full of energy as I can, so drain life a couple of times. So at least on that front, when I get to the compound, then I don't have to worry too much about the health of it. I don't know that it's going to make that much of a difference, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared. That's the grove where Juhani was, so I know I can skip that. Okay, so that's done. So the only real thing that was kind of annoying about this particular level was all the back and forth that was going on. So I kind of didn't like that. That's Sandral ground. So the Matale, let's see, that's south, north. Let me see if I can't go around one of these other. Okay, so I can't go that way. So, yeah, I mean, I like that it's a vast, sprawling level, but it's kind of annoying in that there's a lot of transitions in order to get around from one simple thing to another. So I guess that's part of the benefit to it, that you do get a little bit more of that vastness to it. So, but on the flip side, you kind of don't get you kind of miss that whole idea that or I don't know, it just feels like a vast thing, vast levels for what I'm getting at. Because once you get to like Manan or Kashyyyk, you don't really feel that it's a big level so much as there's enough to do, and the world is wide enough where you can explore around but not feel like you're just running around looking for one thing versus another. Okay, so now that I found the other grounds, I can go over there and start my investigation into all that. Okay, so since I have the key card to get in, which one did I actually have? So, oh, and after all that, I actually needed to go to the Sandral ground, so back I go. And I'm actually going to use Bastila. I just remember that we have Bastila's 4-speed, so I'm gonna use that to go back to where I needed to go. So we're at the Grove. And speed again. Okay, so now that I'm back to where I need to be, okay, so that's more like it. So, of course, the usual pick up remains as we go. Oh, I guess there's one more. So now it's a matter of going around the compound to figure out what's going on. So pick up items as we go. Okay, so I'm gonna see if Candace might have a little bit more to do as far as splice. Oh, and of course I don't have enough spikes, so I won't worry about that. So I'll just wander around and provide feedback as time goes. And yeah, that's one of those things that I still find annoying about the game, is that when people are in the way, it's hard to get around them, so it's like in any case, I guess when you're in a room full of droids, drain energy is not a pretty useless feature, so yeah, I don't really want to talk to him right now. Okay, and since I can level up, I figure let's see what I can do. So, treat injury, I'm hoping that it helps with the, yeah, might as well do deflection bolts. I was kind of hoping that, throw lightsaber is fine, but okay, I guess I can't do that, so let's see. I'll do advanced throw lightsaber, so required lightsaber, 3 separate, so accept. Full health, so save. So that was easier than I remember. Okay, so I guess I need to convince what's her name to that we need to take her along in order to escape. So I guess that is the next mission. So not the door. So I'll finish exploring around the compound. And see what else I can find before I leave. Okay, so I guess that was simple enough. Alright, so since I found her, okay, so let's see, that wasn't, so okay, so I guess we have to escape with him, let him know that we're gonna leave with him, so might as well get as much stuff as I can while I'm here. I don't know that I have enough for that response package, so next upgrade I guess I'm gonna have to so it looks like I am done with that particular thing, so if my map would open, so I guess yeah, so I guess that does look like all that stuff is done, so I'm gonna oh, I didn't want to escape, or I didn't want to leave just yet, because I need to find what's his name again, and let's go to the map. Moving cells, I need to go back into the left. So what map it is. So let's see, one of these rooms. There he is. So yes, she. Okay, so since that's done, so of course for the hopefully for some dark side points I can do that, get some reward, and of course drain more life and energy. So I guess now we're at the point where the families are going to have their feud and standoff, and I think one of them dies, or the father dies, or maybe the guy dies, the boyfriend. But that was probably the funniest thing I still thought back in the day, and think now that everyone just yelled out everyone's names because everyone found each other, I guess. So problem solved, finish the feud once and for all in the most dark side way possible. So stoking that flame and get that all done and get the feud over with. So of course, I guess he wanted to take like a son for a son. So now a little bit of dark side points, experience lost. Okay, so since everybody since that's all done, I'll level everybody up, and let's I'll do a simple med pack. I don't think I need too much health, so save that. So I don't know why I keep hitting that. So we're gonna go to settings, or we're gonna take a look at investigate ruins. So it looks like that is actually all done. So I'm going to take a quick run back to the Jedi Temple and see if they need if there's anything they need to talk about the ruins or anything like that. And then if not, because it's so close to the Jedi Temple, I'll do a faster run, but we'll see if they need anything else to do with the family investigation and the dispute that happened. If they don't, then it'll be moving on into the investigating the ruins to find the star map that's on the planet and start the investigation as far as figuring out what Revan and Malak were up to and what they found that caused them to go fully to the dark side. So and this is one of those reasons why it's good if you're on the dark side, having or using the dark side powers. Okay, where am I? So I don't know if that's actually like a bug or what it is in the game, but for some reason, or if just because not everybody gets the force powers affected in the same way, that randomly just team members will not be able to catch up, which is kind of annoying. But okay, I don't want to go back to the Ebon Hawk. I want to go to the Jedi Council. But that was one of the more annoying things back when I originally played the game, was team members would randomly go missing. So let's see what happens with this conversation. Okay, so got some dark side points. So that's really the bulk of that. So everybody here is good. So let's do a quick chat and take care of side things. Okay, so talked a little bit more about Candaris's past. So I guess let's do a quick chat with Bastila, wherever she went. There. So that's all there is for that. So the next point of business is going to actually be to investigate the ruins. So that's all I'm going to talk about for this particular review. Actually, I don't want to go. Actually, no, not that way. So I don't think. Yep. Okay, so the next point of business is going to be to investigate the ruins. So that's all I actually kind of wanted to talk about in this particular review, just to keep the tasks separated. And do one task per review, but that's kind of the preliminary look at this world you get. So once you get it, so the resolving the disputes as far as the Jedi Trials goes, you kind of need to get you have to do the side task of getting that lady and finding that her lost droid, figure out what happened there, going to the ruins to get some lightsaber crystals, and then wandering around getting rid of those Krath hounds. So as you attack the Krath hounds, you get experience points and work from there. Once you do a few of those small side things, then you can, and also get rid of the Mandalorian raiders, then you can go and you complete all of those different tasks. And then once you do enough of that, then you can get your points for that. Then start your Jedi Trials. Decide if you want to be a Guardian, Consular, or Sentinel. I went for Guardian for aggression and strength, so you get a blue lightsaber out of that. And then once you kill Juhani at some point, then you can get red lightsabers, kind of in a way to jump the line there. But when you go into the ruins, you do pick up enough crystals and add-ons and things like that, so you can go back to the Ebon Hawk, and or you can use a workbench in the Jedi training room and upgrade your lightsaber. So that's one of the first things I did. And then if you go to that speeder bike that we passed on the way out to these ruins, allows you to sell your wares there, or you can use a shop next to the Ebon Hawk, because he does want crystals. I did end up selling all the crystals to the guy in the speeder bike, which was a rush on my part. But if you go to the guy next to the shop next to the Ebon Hawk, I guess you can supposedly get more crystals and points and things like that. So with that's all there's going to be for this part of this review. So the next part of the review is going to be reviewing or going through the ruins and investigating what happens there. So having So for me personally, in this case, having Bastila and Canderous is a good combination of healing, weaponry, firepower, and all that, and then having Bastila by your side for healing, and then Canderous in the back with guns, and then yourself as a Jedi to do that as well. So that team up is good. So that's all there is for this particular review and walkthrough. So next up, look out for my investigation of the ruins and completing that aspect of it, and then going from there to see if that's the last thing for this particular world, or if there's going to be anything else to do. But aside from, once that's done, I think it's a matter of rounding out where to go as far as the next planet, unveiling the star map, and all of that stuff. So that's all there is for this review. So you can find me on Twitter at PatelN01. The website's PatelN01.com for all reviews, subscription links, and supporting the show and all of that good stuff. But thanks for watching and tuning in, and until next time.